Hello and welcome back to another episode of TCN. It's a little bit last minute, but we are doing another review. We are smoking the Year of the Rat. He has got the not original, but the 2020 release, which of course is just as good. They wouldn't keep coming out with them if they weren't good, especially the re-releases. But we are here at Kentucky Barn Smokers. As you can see, all this tobacco is aging up behind us. We still got an hour before it's like you're allowed to start going in and all that. So the line's long, so we said fuck it, we're gonna do a review. We've got the Year of the Rat. I will do a separate section to cover the tobacco and all that, but for right now, let's get into the dry puff. Alright, real simply, a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper, Brazilian binder, and Nicaraguan and Honduran fillers. Going over the dry puff, I am tasting chocolate, black pepper, and this just tidal wave of cedar. It was really hard to even pick out at first until I really sat down and started tasting it, really thinking about it. And yeah, definitely cedar. What are you thinking?
Yeah, see, I'm getting a little hazelnut, which is a little bit different, but everything else you're saying is spot on. I'm gonna stick with you on the rest of that there.
For sure. So we will come back to you guys when we are through the first third. All right, we are just about through the first third. Personally speaking, and to sound like a crazy man, I do really like beef jerky. I'm a gross person. I am getting peppered beef jerky off of this for some reason. Otherwise, though, it's just that earthiness and that wonderful cedar profile. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, beef jerky, but it's just like if you've ever had peppery beef jerky before, you're not tasting. Well, I'm not gonna say you're not tasting the beef, but there's a distinct you're crunching peppercorns in your mouth type of taste, and that's really what it is. It's incredibly peppery, incredibly cedary. What do you think?
Yeah, so when we first started smoking into this, I was getting something a little bit gritty. I was trying to decide what we were getting on it, and it wasn't until he said beef jerky that I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what that grittiness was, but like he said, it's that peppercorn, that pepper beef jerky that you're getting.
It's just like that you're crunching in your teeth.
You're getting this wonderful cedar profile on the back of the tongue, on the tip of the tongue as well, and then this just overall pepper profile, as well as just a really smooth taste from the tobacco.
All right, we are just about through the second third here of the Year of the Rat 2021 release, and I gotta say, honestly, it's still incredibly good. I would say, the same flavor profiles. It's just the fact that for me, the peppercorn is getting a little bit more pronounced. I don't think I mentioned it last time. I'm getting a very light chocolate, and honestly, the tobacco of this is really starting to come through. You're starting to really get that nice aged tobacco flavor profile off of it a lot more.
Yeah, I would agree. The tobacco is really starting to shine through. I'm getting a little bit more harshness off of it now. A little bit of that heavier flavor that Liga comes in with overall. But yeah, that chocolate's coming through a little bit of that chocolatey taste. The pepper is still there, but overall, some good wood, some fine tobacco, and just a great smoke overall, man. I'm enjoying it.
Well, let's get in that final third then. The wind is way too powerful right now, so I'm going to voice over this section at least. We'll wait and see later in the video if the wind is too strong or not. But me and Dylan had both come to the same conclusion, that on this final third of the Rat, it was incredibly campfirey. I'm talking kind of charred wood, smoke, kind of a light earthiness to it, except one difference is I definitely noticed a white pepper where he wasn't really picking that up. Alright, my camera's dying, so we have to rank this guy right now. I'm giving it a 90. I think it's not as good as the Savage Feast, but still a phenomenal cigar. Dylan, what are you thinking?
I'm going to hit an 89.
89?
A little bit low, but great stick.
Alright, going over notes, of course, as I'd mentioned, we didn't have enough time. My camera was dying, so going over the notes very simply. Construction, burn, and draw were all great. Both of us neither had a problem. Looking at the price range, I remember seeing a box of them for sale at a brick and mortar for $21. Online, when you see articles, they MSRP around 17 to 18 bucks for a single cigar. But the only place I found that was actually selling them in singles was for $45 a piece. The site is notorious for really overcharging when it comes to these type of small batches of Liga Privada, but I just have to give that ballpark estimate. All right, for sure. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I will go over the notes separately, but until next time, I will see you guys next time
on TCN.
Hey.